The file you are about to hear has been thoroughly scrutinized by the Ethics Committee and approved by the O5 Council for release to trusted associates of the Foundation. This is SCP Unredacted. Item number SCP-4104. Object class Keter, uncontained. Special containment procedures. Educational institutions worldwide are to be monitored for SCP-4104 occurrences, with a focus placed on colleges that offer robust mathematics courses. Upon confirmation of anomalous manifestation, the nearby populace is to be evacuated. The attendant Penrose object must then be located and destroyed as soon as possible. Mobile Task Force Theta 90, Angle Grinders, is authorized to conduct expeditions into the anomaly. Research personnel may accompany Theta 90 agents at their own discretion, but are liable for any personal injury. Individuals using prosthetics or implants, such as pacemakers, are prohibited entirely from entering the anomaly. SCP-4104-A has been quarantined under the cover story of a permanent closure due to financial constraints, and its former student body and staff have been relocated. It is kept under constant guard. Personnel manning the perimeter must work in rotating 2-hour shifts to minimize proximity to the anomaly. Trespassers are to be detained and forcibly administered a course of Class F amnestics to prevent unwanted mental alterations. If possible, SCP-4104-B instances are to be captured alive for study. Description: SCP-4104 is an extra-dimensional locale in which the laws of geometry and topology are radically altered. This results in geometrically impossible figures, such as Penrose staircases, appearing in physical reality. Gravitational force within the anomaly is also highly irregular. For an object traversing any surface with curved or inclined vertices, gravity will always act in a downwards direction relative to the moving object, so long as its path remains consistent. The anomaly is capable of subsuming sections of baseline reality through a process that remains poorly understood. Affected locations will initially take on the properties of the anomaly, with local terrain and objects exhibiting a number of novel deformations to match. In one instance, a campus bar's collection of wines were transfigured into Klein bottles, while its counter contorted into a Mobius strip. This reconstruction does not directly affect organic matter, although persons with inorganic prosthetics or implants are potentially at risk of injury. The epicenter of a location subsumed by the anomaly will always contain an object resembling a Penrose triangle. The interior of this object acts as a Class A relativistic integrity wormhole, leading to the anomaly proper. If the Penrose object is not destroyed within 24 hours, it will gradually draw the affected location into the anomaly, removing it completely from reality. Generally, this leaves behind an irregular crater spanning approximately 5 kilometers and exhibiting residual topological anomalies. The anomaly disproportionately targets mathematics-focused educational institutions, particularly colleges, for subsumption. SCP-4104-A is the Keystone Technical Institute in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which was the first recorded target of the anomaly. Unlike other targets, -A has not yet been removed from baseline reality, despite the confirmed presence of a Penrose object on its campus. Rather, it exhibits a steadily worsening level of geometric and topological anomalies, as well as potentially mind-affecting properties. This has prevented the Foundation from neutralizing -A's Penrose object. SCP-4104-B is a group of former KTI students. They reside within the anomaly and display unusual adeptness in navigating its environment. They have undergone moderate levels of anomalous transfiguration, resulting in features such as the appearance of extra limbs, which create a visual effect reminiscent of the impossible trident. Perceptive filters activated based on the body's orientation. See the "my wife and my mother-in-law" ambiguous figure for reference. Irises, shaped similarly to Borromean rings, observed in roughly 40% of instances. This condition appears to grant significantly improved eyesight. Dissociation into Menger sponges upon termination. These properties manifested during the initial anomalous event at KTI. For unclear reasons, the group of students that would later be classified as -B disobeyed an evacuation order and entered the Penrose object. They were initially written off as casualties until later expeditions cited them within the anomaly, now exhibiting anomalous attributes. It is not known why this occurred, as the anomaly does not ordinarily deform living beings. How -B sustained themselves within the anomaly is also under investigation. -B display an abnormally protective attitude towards the anomaly, with elements of religious fervor, referring to themselves as the anomaly's chosen or similar epithets. They are aware of and markedly hostile to the Foundation. Containment efforts for the anomaly are frequently impeded by attacks from -B. Instances have consistently evaded capture due to their skill in traversing the anomaly.
Addendum 4104-01.
A recent attempt to detain a -B instance ended in failure after the instance displayed unprecedented abilities. A division of MTF Theta 90 had pursued the instance and tracked it nearly 80 kilometers into the anomaly, across an assortment of terrain subsumed by the anomaly. It was eventually cornered strategically in a dead end, specifically a road twisted into a Mobius strip that had been halved by a chasm of interminable depth. There was a gap of 1.5 kilometers between the two sections of road, believed impassable even by anomalous means. Theta 90 agents were moving in for capture when the -B instance turned to the opposite side of the chasm, tilted its head, lifted its chin, and closed one eye. Immediately after, the instance was seen to break into a run and spatially translocate across the gap. Theta 90 found themselves unable to replicate this maneuver and were forced to abandon the mission. Before fleeing, the -B instance shouted the following across the crevasse.
"You claim to be men of science, but you think you can catch Penrose's chosen unawares in their own world? How backwards! Our protector, our impossible Aegis, will always keep us safe from danger."
It is not clear how the instance effectuated its escape. Based on post-mission debriefing, it is currently theorized that by eliminating its depth perception and turning its head in a certain way, the -B instance was able to create a perspective-based optical illusion where the gap in the road was closed relative to itself. It then used this illusion to flee. Research into the heretofore unexplored effects of perception on the anomaly is ongoing. Thank you for listening. If you like what you hear, join my Discord community, hire me on Fiverr, or help support me by becoming a patron for as little as $3 a month. Regardless of tier, all patrons get early access to every single episode. The links are in the description. I don't have the talent it takes to write a skip. All I do is read. Original authors make this podcast possible, so Credit to the original author. Their link's in the description. Show them some love as well. Consider becoming a member of the SCP Wiki. Upvote their work, and maybe write a skip of your own. Maybe I'll read it here someday. You never know if you never try. The content of this podcast and content relating to the SCP Foundation, including the SCP Foundation logo, is licensed under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0, and all concepts originate from scpwiki.com and its authors. This recording, being derived from this content, is hereby also released under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0.